There's no right to pronounce my name. So there's only wrong ways to pronounce your name. Is that what you're saying? Alright. It's coming here, guys. Get ready. And there we go. Welcome everyone to game number 1 between Nicov and dogao. We have on the left hand side Nicov playing in the blue color with Japanese. That means we're gonna be getting first off 33% faster attacking infantry units starting in the fuel age, as well as a 50% discount on drop-off buildings, you know, the entire game, and that's going to be about it. The rest of the bonuses are going to be for water maps. Well, dogao on the other hand, well, dogao's got 10% faster moving villagers, which is pretty good. It's gonna have also 15 and 20% cheaper stable units in the castle and imperial age, as well as for the team bonus, access to genitors. If we take a look at the map generation, starting real quick with Nicov over here, we can see nobody's going forward to try to lame or anything. We're gonna see that Nicov's got the main goal forward. He's got the secondary goal on the right and left hand sides as well. Both of these kind of forward are exposed. And then the secondary stone super far away. He does have the main stone on the back, but this goal is going to be a little bit trickier to protect. He could easily go for walls from here towards the edge of the map and then from here to here. Something like this as well, and he would be able to protect the berries, for instance. But he wouldn't be able to secure a wood line, and he wouldn't be able to secure any gold. So something else he can go for is potentially get, you know, the walls from here to here, here to here, and maybe here to here. But that's going to be significantly pricier, of course. So anyway, let's go and take a look at the map generation for dogao. What do we get over here for the red player? We're gonna have the main goal on the back, main stone on the back as well, so that's already a big departure compared to the map generation for Nicov. This is so much better for dogao. We do have the secondary gold forward, and the other secondary gold over here kind of to the south, kind of forward as well, kind of exposed. And the secondary stone on the left hand side now, if he goes for some walls from here to here, and from here to here, he secures both the gold as well as the stone. But no wood lines, man, no berries. This is going to be really tricky for ball players. Let's see. Let's get the first elephant. Yeah, and Nicov's gonna be pushing the zebra. He was talking about how he feels like he's a very aggressive player. He wants to be super aggressive in these games. How he felt like a matchup against Leary would be fantastic. I want to see that. He's gotten both elephants already, and he's pushing the zebras, right? So he's going to have plenty of resources to go forward early on and put the aggression up. I'm expecting Nicov to go up with Japanese on 19 population if he wants to go for Men-at-Arms archers, or 18 or yeah, even a 19 population. Actually, so sorry, 20 population for Men-at-Arms archer, 19 population for scouts. We're gonna see. Dogao on the other hand, well, it doesn't really get much of an eco bonus early on for Berbers. 10% faster moving villages is not really going to account for too many extra resources when the drop-off buildings are so close to the resources anyway. So yeah, like it's gotta get very inefficient for him to actually start feeling the advantage of the faster moving villages, which is not a good thing, of course. It's not a good position. You don't want to be inefficient ever anyway. But yeah, Bears coming out for Nicov. He's in 17 villagers, and he's going to go up on 19 population by the looks of it. It seems like it's going to be Men-at-Arms archer still. This is pretty aggressive. This is pretty aggressive. Was expecting 19, but yeah. All the resources he's saving from the drop-off buildings are going to work towards him going up a little bit sooner. We take a look at dogao on the other hand, and he's already on 19 population. Actually 20 population. He's going for a loom. Nicov should be able to go up to the fuel age already. He's getting a little bit of idle TC time, but he's still going to be up super fast. Should see some militias coming out. Yeah, and then he's already made the switch to gold. Meanwhile, dogao on the other hand is probably just going to go for scouts. And this could be really good for Japanese. You know, Men-at-Arms are super strong from Japanese, even against scouts, because of the faster working rate. And then if you just add one spearman into the mix, that can be so good against a bunch of scouts. So pretty good stuff overall. Up in 18, madness, I tell you. Yeah. Pretty aggressive build over here from Nicov. taking full advantage of his civilization, and he's got 2 militias already out. He's coming forward. Alright, he's going to find out about this, okay. There you go. 19 pops, still too tight. Yep. He's coming here. He knows about the gold miners. Yeah, the guy's not really going to go for general walls, he's just going for, yeah, local walls around resources. Individual ones. He's gonna be fine for the time being, but you should be expecting Nicov to go for archers. So we're gonna see the archer range coming up over here. This is really good. It's KOTD, man. You have rhinos over here, which are, you know, meatier than boars. So you can adapt a little bit. And then there's also, of course, the fact that many civilizations, they do get bonuses, which allow you to go up a little bit sooner. Japanese are going to be one of those. It doesn't need to pay quite as much, you know, for the drop of buildings, which is pretty good. And he's able to go up super fast. So we're going to see some archers on the way already. And, yeah, this is getting a lot of idle time for these villagers. So worker efficiency is actually not the worst for the villagers, but yeah, he needs both. If he doesn't use both, then the palace is going down. The cow collected a little bit of extra resources just so that he could go for an extra archer by the looks of it. But yeah, he needs to go back and keep on trying to... Okay, okay. Keep on trying. Oh my god, man. Take a look at that. The guy's just struggling big time over here to even get resources in. Oh man, and the bounty! It's going down! He's bailing from here. Does not have access to gold anymore. Remember, the other golds are super exposed over here and here respectively. So, we'll see an archer coming out over here. It's going to get pushed away by the scouts. So far, full HP over here for Nicov's army. For the most part, only 2 HP he's lost. And these archers coming forward will be fantastic for Nicov to put pressure against the guy's own archers and against, yeah, the wall villagers, right? So this is going to be the second archer coming in. And the guy's already taking a lot of damage over here. It's going to have to bail from food, yeah. Would certainly like for him to go around and keep on trying to harass the gold miners. And he's going to go for it, or is he going to go for the lumberjacks? He's going to go for lumberjacks, yeah. Oh, this is actually pretty smart because he gets the hill advantage from here. So he might be able to get a villager down, we'll see. The Minotaur's going back down against the Gauss units because the hill over here, they're not going to be taking anywhere near as much damage. And now these archers are going to be able to get a village down. By the looks of it, it seems like he might be able to. And very good unit control overall for Nicov, the Gao. In a world of travel, man, a lot of inefficiency around this economy. Yeah, and this is why we were saying Japanese have a huge potential, man. We saw Leary play Japanese exactly the way that Nicov's playing it, and that is already a villager down from the Gauls. Still 3 Minotaurs over here from Nicov. And without losing 1 archer, but he's got 2 full HP ones left. Yeah, he keeps on threatening the skirmishers with the Minotaurs, of course. He pushes the villagers away from food. This is amazing. This is the way you play Japanese. We saw Leary do it before. Nicov's doing the exact same thing. He's doing so well. Military count significantly higher for him as well. Unit control over there was not the best, but he's already done so much damage that I think it's probably worth losing a unit or 2 over. It's not going to be too tragic, you know. And while the guy will get pushed away from gold over here again, unless he can go for the quick walls up. It doesn't seem like he'll be able to. So, yeah, he's going to get pushed away from gold again. Meanwhile, we have more archers coming in over here for Nicov, and they just keep on coming in. And now the villager down. Good job. 2 villas down so far from the guy. This is so annoying from Nicov. To be completely honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the guy call the GG in the next 5 minutes if Nicov can keep on putting this much pressure. Because, yeah, take a look at the efficiency from the guy. Gather resources so far is about 14, 13 minutes below Nicov. Yeah, and he could just kind of keep on taking gold. He can keep on taking food. He's going back to food right now. But with these villages being so low HP, you know, Nicov might be able to get some of these down already. And with 2 villages he was able to take down already, he should be in a pretty nice spot anyway. He's got 3 extra villages actually compared to the guy, which is just amazing. The guy's got a lot of extra idle TC time as well, so Nicov in a pretty good spot. Good job. Keeps on sending more units in. And it seems like he's just going to be going for full field push. got a lot of gold. He's going for the walls right now. Yeah. I love the walls for Nicov. That's going to keep him safe while he keeps on trying to put the aggression up against the cow. Good in control as well. There we go. Yeah. Nico's going forward. We see the counter-strike coming in from the Gao, but he's got mostly skirmishers. He's got 2 archers over here on the left-hand side, but Nico's already completely walled up, I think. I think he is. Just in case, he's going for these walls, and now he's gonna be completely walled. Good job. So, Nicov, on the other hand, is getting to the wood, food rather, from the Gao once again. And how good is this? He can keep on roaming around. Because of the hail over here, this is a fantastic spot for Nicov. Basically gets around here and he can target all these villagers. Right? And then any units coming in from the Gao over here are just not going to be strong enough. Because of the hail advantage, he was trying to go forward himself, but he's not really going to be able to do much of anything. We already have skirmishers from Nicov. Yeah. And because of the defender's advantage, he should be able to hold on against the Gao just fine. Meanwhile, the Gao over here is going to end up losing another villager. Most likely, let's see how many archers we have over here. We have 4 archers still left for Nicov. Yeah, and he can push all these villagers away from resources. Good job! Good job! So far from the blue player. Didn't really feel that too close of a game just yet. Now the guy's getting completely cleaned up over here. If Nicov can take this villager advantage and go up to the castle age faster, he should be in a pretty good spot to secure the game early castle age. Now, I wouldn't even be surprised if the guy called the GG as soon as we got to the castle age, as soon as Nicov got there, but for the time being, he's going to be able to defend just fine. He's got a lot of skirmishers. Meanwhile, Nicov, on the other hand, has got to mark it up, and he's going to use it to go up. Because, of course, he didn't spend anywhere near as many resources into... anywhere near as much food into skirmishers as the Gao did, so, yeah. Yeah, he should be able to go up. It's probably going to idle the TC a little bit. I think it's gonna be fine, though. The Gao managed to get 1 villager, by the way, from Nicov around here earlier, but... yeah, Nicov, because of the extra idle TC time from the Gao, still managed to go up significantly faster. Still managed to get ahead in villager count, so yeah. Ended up getting a little bit of extra idle TC time himself too, but he's still going up on extra villagers compared to the Gao, who's going for wheelbarrow. It's going to take some time for the Gao to get the resource to go up still, while Nicov is going to be so much faster up. It's got 2 groups of units as well. And check this out, guys! Check this out, because the gold miners will get struck once again, and there are many low HP villages over here, so that's already 1 villager going down, make that 2 villagers going down. So far, 4 villagers down from the Gao. Meanwhile, over here, yeah, Nicov's getting pushed back, but it's fine. He's already put so much damage over here, he's already put so much pressure, he's done so much damage. The Gao's defense over here are not going to suffice. On paper, you know, the Gao has still less units compared to Nicov's, just that Nicov's got 2 separate groups, 2 smaller armies over here. If he can combine these, especially when he gets to the castle age, that's going to put him in a pretty good spot. Anyway, he's going to try to save these. He's going to try to keep these alive as well. So we're going to see the Crossman upgrade coming in, Balkan Arrow. We're probably going to see Balkan Arrow coming in first, and we're probably going to see the Crossman upgrade and Elite Skirmisher as well. And then if he can keep both armies up, then he's going to prevent the Gao from walling. And he should be able to take much better trades because he's got the hill, he's got a good amount of units, and of course Balkan Arrow alone is going to be so good. And there we go. Nicov's got it. Balkan Arrow and Crossman upgrade coming in right away. The goal! He calls it GG with an amazing performance. 23 minutes into game number 1. Nikov's gonna be getting the lead in the series. 1-0 against the Gao. Did not look too close at all at any point. Amazing, amazing stuff for Nicov. This is very similar to what we saw from Leary with Japanese last time around. This is the kind of performance you want to see from Japanese. Good job. Nikov's gonna be up 3-2 in terms of KD. Army had 24 compared to 18. For economy, on the other hand, he managed to collect about 1,100 extra resources. And for technology, well, faster fuel and castle age times. Good job. Let's actually cross the civilization south. That's going to leave us on... Let's see, what do we see over here? Berbers? Yeah. That's going to leave us an Ethiopian, Indians, Tatars, as well as Khmer and Burgundians left for Nicov. Well, the guy's got Aztecs. He's got Huns. He's got Mongols, as well as Vietnamese and Sicilians. Was he expecting Nicov to go for Tatars? Or would he go for Berbers? He was probably expecting Nicov to go for a cavalry civilization. That ended up working pretty well for Nicov in the end. Let me see if the second game is already here. That was dominating though. I think we should be able to jump into game number 2 right away. Well, I don't see the game being on just yet. Yeah, they are in the lobby. They're in the lobby. Nicov, dogao, they should be able to jump into it very soon. How cool would it be Ethiopian versus Vietnamese? We have seen that many times before. The times that I saw it, it usually goes in favor of Vietnamese. And by the way, I'm not really sure what happened with the sub counter over there, but it's gone down back to 69, which I'm not going to complain about. So there you go. There you go. Miss Jogum, you are the 69th sub in the end. Good stuff. Ethiopian has amazing early mana turns rush. They do. They do. If it does not work out though, the extra HP from Vietnamese can be so hard to deal with. From the matches that I have seen from Ethiopians versus Vietnamese, usually Vietnamese come out on top, but we'll see. By the way, the seeds for these players, Nicov is seed 12 and the guy is seed 13, so this is probably as close as it gets. Let me see if the game's here already. Yes, it is. We'll still have 1 minute and 5 seconds of spec delay. Let's start the prediction over here for the Gao versus Nicov. Who wins G2? Nicov should probably have started this one for game number 1 as well. Well, such is life. For civilizations, by the way, Nicov in game number 2 is going to be playing with Khmer. The Gao in game number 2 is going to be playing with Mongols. We have an 81 win rate with Khmer for Nicov and a 76 win rate for the Gao with Mongols. Let me update this real quick. You have, 2 minutes to make predictions. We are only 10 seconds away from the game, so we're going to be jumping into it in a moment. There we go. Welcome everyone then to game number 2 in the series. Nicov this time around with Khmer. Down south over here is going to get, with this civilization, 10% faster moving battle elephant line units. On top of that, we also get, of course, no building requirements for them, but then we are also going to have the ability to garrison 5 villages inside each house. We are going to have also for Khmer, let's see. We are going to have also for Khmer, there you go, farmers who do not need mills or TCs to draw Perunan. And for the team bonus, 1 extra range on Scorpion line weapons. The guy on the other hand with Mongols over here is going to get, first off, 40% faster working hunters. We get 30% extra HP on light cavalry and Hazar units, as well as Steppe Lancer line units. And then on top of that, we also get, the guy's going for it. He's just fishing for the rhino. We actually have elephants this time around, but where are the elephants? Yeah, we have a back elephant over here for Nicov, so that's going to be significantly harder for the guy to lame. But anyway, I don't think he even knows where Nicov is. Oh yeah, actually, well, he knows about berries, but he doesn't know where Nicov is yet. Yeah. Besides the extra HP on light cavalry, Hazard and step lance line units, we're also going to get for Mongols 25% faster attacking cavalry archers. And for the team bonus, we also get for Mongols 2 extra line of sight on scout line units. Let's check. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to get the elephant. And he was trying to save his. You can see that he's going for it later. Yeah, now we have both elephants and need the TC from Nicov. Good job. Good job for the bull player. Let's go and take a look then at the map generation then for each player. Starting with Nicov, he's gonna have the Mingle on the back, which is pretty good. Main stone on the other hand though is gonna be on the right hand side, as well as both secondary goals. These are super far away from the TC. We have the secondary stone on the left hand side. And then we have 4 wood lines, right? If he ignores this one up north, I think he should still be able to get the walls up, maybe something like this. And from here towards the TC, something like this. And then that's going to be enough for him to protect the lumberjacks for the time being. And then he can connect this wool line to the edge of the map. Ideally, he would probably want to go for something more like this, so he can secure this wool line, right? And then just wall himself around like this. But that's going to leave the berries kind of exposed. So maybe just try to connect to the berries instead, like this. And yeah, that'll be pretty good, I think. If we go and take a look at the map generation for dogao. By the way, I'm not really sure if Nicov knows even. Yeah, he doesn't know about this wool line, so he's not going to be going for it. If we take a look at dogao's map generation, we have the main goal for him on the back. We have the secondary goal on the left-hand side up north, and the other secondary goal on the left-hand side down south. We have the main stone in the back, and the secondary stone is on the left-hand side. Notice how the wool ends over here are going to be distributed in such a way that it's a lot easier for him to get the walls like this, right? Like, and just build a little bit of an arena enclosure. But because they are so far apart, even though they are better distributed or more evenly distributed, because they are so far apart, it's going to be super pricey. So probably just going to see something like this instead. Something like this, maybe. I think. He would have to wall around the berries though. We'll see. I'm just saying he's going to go for something like this because he's been taking wood over here on the left hand side. Otherwise, I probably would have preferred for him to just go for walls like this, maybe. Anyway, Nicov knows about the dogao now. Good job. He knows about the carpet. I'm not really sure if he noticed the carpet, but I think that's why he went back. This is a dead giveaway that the TC is around there. And by the way, if you know you're playing your ranked games, that's probably something you're probably going to be looking forward to, or you're probably going to be looking out for, rather. 30 seconds for the fuel H. Nicov's going up on 18 population. This is really nice. I saw this coming up from Hera, I think, before. And now the gal's gonna be going up on 19 population himself a little bit later, but still super early for both. Nicov's going for archers. Meanwhile, the gal's probably going to end up going for scouts. I think no, he's going to go for archers as well. Both players are going to go for archers, which is pretty interesting. We already have some militias out for the gal, so yeah, that's going to be also a clear, you know, a dead giveaway that he's going for archers. But I'm liking Nicov's position over here a little bit better. There's going to be 7 resources not going for the barracks. He's going to be able to counter these militias with a few archers over here. Even without Fletch, it's going to be good enough for him. And then that's going to turn these militias into wasted resources for the gal. So game number 2, looking so much better for Nicov in my opinion, despite having a lot more military for the gal right now. Blue player has done a really good job over here going for walls around the resources as well. Well played. Yeah, we have the archers already coming out. The guy on the other hand, he's got the first archer on the way. He does not have it out just yet. Yeah. All Nicov's got to do right now is go for a blacksmith so he can get, yeah, there we go, blacksmith's on the way. so he can get fletching, and that's going to put his archers in a much better spot against these Minotaurs. And even the Minotaurs upgrade over here for the guy is going to be wasted resources again. One thing is going for militias, but then upgrading these to Minotaurs, it feels to me like it's going to be a big mistake that the guy's probably going to regret later. Good job. Nicov's pushing the Minotaurs away. We'll see some archers coming in from the Gal very soon, but he's making a switch to skirmishers actually right now. He's got only one archer and then he's going for skirmishers because he knows that Nicov's had a head start in archer production. It's pretty awkward for the Gal. Fletching's coming here for Nicov, which means that even with skirmishers, the Gal would struggle big time. Yeah, and notice Nicov. What a great job. What a great unit control over there for Nicov. Taking the archer right away, so he's not going to have to worry about it. He's only going to have to worry about the skirmishes right now, so he's going for these. Well played. You know, the archer is significantly higher damage against scouts and general units, except for archers specifically, but yeah. Now with the archer out of the question, the scout is going to be still pretty useful as a meat shield against these two lone skirmishers. And he's taking a lot of damage over there, and even though the scout goes down, one skirmisher goes down over there, that would have been better if Nicov hadn't lost the scout. I think it's probably a better trade for the Gao in the end. But Nicov's got a hill over here, he's gotta be careful! And he might still be able to clean the units up though, man. He's got the hill. Once again, yeah. He's even pushing these units away. Good job, we have the hill right now for the Gao. And Nicov's looking pretty good. What does this mean for the rest of their economy? We see 11 food workers right now for the Gao. Nicov, by going for, you know, archers almost exclusively, or rather exclusively, is going for one scout right now, but going for archers for the most part. He's sent a few extra villagers to gold compared to the Gao, so he did not have quite as many villagers to send to farms. Now he's going to be sending a few of the lumberjacks over to farms. This should put Nicov in a pretty good spot, especially with the scouts coming out. He's going to have the strongest army composition, in my opinion, in the Feudal Age, scouts and archers. It's usually super pricey to get, but yeah. He needs just a few scouts, probably 2 or 3, so that he can hold on against the skirmishers over here. He can take those down, and then the archers are going to take care of any other unit. Then, if he can hold on to a, you know, relatively small amount of scouts, but still good enough to hold on against skirmishers, he'll be able to go up to the castle significantly faster because the guy's going to keep on going for more skirms himself. There we go. Yeah, he knows where the archers are going. Yeah, it's got a pretty good idea. At the very least, he saw them moving over to the left-hand side. He's not going for any walls over here. He's not really reacting much at all, though. Nicov, on the other hand, doesn't really know what to expect around the Gal's base. He's not really done too much scouting before. He's got the scouts moving over to the right-hand side. But he goes right into the wall line, and it does not seem like the guy's going to realize about this on time. Notice how Nicov realized about the lumberjacks over here, but he's going around. He's going around to catch these lumberjacks completely off guard. And now the guy realizes about it, and he's going to bail right away. Some scouts coming over here from Nicov. Yeah, he's going to try and take the skirmishers down, but the guy pulls those back. Now he's got one villager going down. That's going to be another villager going down. Or Nicov is not realizing about it. He's just going to bail. And it's still pretty good though. Overall, 1-0 eco KD in favor of Nicov. 5 seconds vital TC time compared to the Gao's 1 minute and 19 seconds. Nikov's got at this point in time 1 extra villager as he's just finished researching wheelbarrow. While the Gao does not have wheelbarrow coming up. It's 2 villagers behind. Might be able to clean these archers up if he finds these though, because it's very much close over there. He doesn't know about it though, so he was going around trying to find the archers. Nico's going to get away, just got a lucky strike, and he's going to hold on. There's the economy as well. Nico's using the market. He's trying to abuse the market first, so he gets the best trades. Yeah, I don't think the Gao had a market before. And he'll be the first one going up to the castle age. This seems like it's going to be the same as game number 1. Nico's looking strong, guys. He's looking super good. Let's check. Good job. Yeah, one scout, 1 for 1. And Nico's going after the castle age. Good job. He's got a good amount of archers left over here. Meanwhile, the guy was trying to go for the walls. He's going to try to wall himself over to the edge of the map. This is still very much open, so Nicov can bail from there, but let's see about this. Is this open, by the way? I think it's open. I'm not 100% sure. It might be close. But anyway, Nicov right now, he's got a trade for villages. There's no way he's going to be able to take this trade against skirmishers, so yeah. He gets cleaned up. That's unfortunate. If he was able to keep these archers alive until he got to the castle age, that was going to be fantastic damage for him, but now he's going to have to start from scratch, basically. It's going again. He does have a good amount of archers left still that he's going to send forward right now, but he's going to be focusing on knight production for the most part. You can see that he's got 2 knights or 2 stables over here to produce knights from. He also has 2 archer ranges, so that's pretty good still. Well, we'll see. Alright, the guy should be able to wall himself up over here as well. Yeah, and he'll be able to. This amount of units turn into crossbows though with Botkin arrow, it shouldn't take too long for Nicov to break through the walls, bust through the walls, and just come in still. In the case. Let's see. Castle Age is there. The guy's going up. He's 1 minute and 35 seconds away from it. Meanwhile, Nico is going to try to get the villagers down over there. And he gets another one. 3 villagers so far he's been able to take from the gal. Despite being in the Castle Age significantly faster, he still has 2 extra villagers. Make that 3 extra villagers. And he's about to finish researching Crossman and Botkin arrow. Meanwhile, the guy's going to have to bring all these units back. It's been really tricky for the gal though to keep up this game, unfortunately. And yeah. The walls are getting breached. We'll see Nicov coming in. Well, the guy's got a good amount of units himself. He's got actually a lot more archers compared to Nicov. It's just that these are out of position and Nikov's coming in. This is open, by the way. I don't think the guy realized about it. Yeah, he doesn't realize about it. Oh, but neither does Nicov. He needs to keep on roaming around. Go try to find a villager over here and then he's going to realize about the wall. Yeah, about this being open rather. That's another villager down though from Nicov against the Gao. And he notices it's open. The Gao is going to realize about this being open, but he's going for the crossman upgrade. Botkin arrow upgrades himself. He will get pushed away from wood for the time being though, or he should be getting pushed away. There we go. These units are coming in. Now Nicov's going to try to take the engagement before the upgrades hit. But the guy's being super careful. He's taking care of the units he's got. And now he's got Crossman. Now he's got Botkin arrow. Now he can push Nicov away. While Nicov, on the other hand, is going to start knocking on the gal's door with knights. As expected, it's got 4 already. He's sending these forward. He's got to send these forward, by the way. It's a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, he should be able to break through over here. Let's see about this. The knights are coming in. Well, man, we are 9 villages behind if we are in the Gal's position, right? He got breached over here by knights. He's losing 3 extra villages. That's going to increase the villager lead for Nicov quite a bit. He's got still a good amount of crosses over here that he's going to bail with, and he's not even getting cleaned up. So we have still a very scary amount of crossbows with extra units coming in over here, and Nicov still has these 2 knights that he has forgotten about. If Nicov realizes about those, he's going to still have 2 knights and a lot of crosses over here to play with. I really do not know why Nicov's hanging around here. He needs to get out of here. But yeah, the guy is on the back foot, man. Is on the back foot, uphill, on a slippery slope. Everything that could be going wrong over here for the guy is going wrong. He's gotten a lot of extra idle TC time since the last time that we checked. And without wheelbarrow, he is 11 villages behind compared to Nicov. What are the chances the guy's gonna be able to come back from such position? I don't think they are very high. Military count is still significantly higher for Nicov. He's going for ballistics right now. Meanwhile, dogao, on the other hand, he does not have a university on the way either. So, yeah. 40 seconds with ballistics, that's going to make these crosses significantly stronger. We see a second TC coming up for dogao, but man, it's gonna take forever for him to catch up in villager count. He doesn't know how many villagers Nikov's got, but he knows how many villagers he's lost. Good job with these extra crosses for Nicov. Yeah, he ended up getting cleaned up over here. I feel like that was completely unnecessary for Nicov. I think if he just massed his units up, or if he just grouped his units up, he would have been in a much better spot. But anyway, he's still coming here. Still got 3 crossbows. Gonna try to take these down. Remember, he's got ballistics, so he can take those down from the hill. And now we'll see extra villagers going down. Now, the guy's prompt into fighting with villagers. How is that going to work against crossbows? It shouldn't. And that's going to be GG, yeah? The lame farm over here is going to mark the end of the game as Nicov gets 2-0 score after game number 2. Super straightforward gameplay over here from Nicov. Very similar to what we saw in game number 1, completely dominating. Let's go and take a look at the achievements before jumping into potential game number 3, or into game number 3 for sure. We had Khmer, and we had Mongols. For the KD, we have a very nice KD of Nicov, a perfect 4-to-3 KD ratio. Meanwhile, if we go and take a look at economy, on the other hand, significantly stronger for Nicov as well. He managed to collect 3,500 extra resources. Just insane performance for Nicov. If he can perform like this, and the rest of the tournament is going to be so good. Assuming that he manages to get to the next round of the group stage anyway. Villagers max of 54 compared to 42, 12 extra villagers over here. Didn't lose a single villager all game, meanwhile the guy ended up losing 7. So let's go back. And let's see what we have left. We have Ethiopians. We have Indians for Nicov, as well as Tatars and Burgundians. Meanwhile, the guy on the other hand has got Aztecs, he's got Huns, he's got Vietnamese, and he's got Sicilians. I'm liking Burgundians over here quite a bit in Tatars for Nicov. Especially now that Berbers are out of the equation after game number 1 from the guy. So yeah, Tatars, Burgundians can be super strong. Indians can be strong. Ethiopians can be strong over here, but I'm liking Tatars and Burgundians specifically for Nicov quite a bit. The guy on the other hand, with Aztecs, Huns, Sicilians, and Vietnamese, I think I'm liking Aztecs and Sicilians specifically a little bit better compared to the other 2 civilizations. But these on the backfield, man, we're gonna see if game number 3 is already here or not. I imagine they might have a lobby only. Let's check. Nope, game number 3 is here already. We're gonna have to wait a little bit though, of course. Yeah, a minute and 30 seconds. It's fine. For the civilizations, guys. Oh boy, this is so unfortunate for the guy that it's actually kind of funny. This is tragic comedy, guys. Try and guess the civilizations for Nicov and dogao for game number 3. You can only get so unlucky, man. Jeez. Let me pay the predictions up. 100% actually for Nicov, so we're just going to delete this one. Let's open a new up. Who wins G3? Nicov. dogao. We're gonna make this 5 minutes. I feel like it's probably way more than you guys are going to need, but yeah. Vietnamese versus Ethiopians? Nah. We have probably the unluckiest matchup for the guy that he could have gotten. Which civilization from Nicov does the best against which civilization from the guy? Well, at the very least, it seems fairly one-sided over here, in my opinion. We are going to have for Nicov. I'm going to start with the guy. We're going to have for the guy Huns, and then you can probably guess which civilization Nicov's got. There we go. You got it. Let's jump into it then. And welcome you guys to game number 3. Indians versus Huns. For Nicov and dogao. For game number 3, for match point already. With Nicov being up 2-0. Win rate with Indians for Nicov 80%. Win rate with Huns for dogao 53%. I imagine win rate with Indians against Huns is probably going to be different. Actually, wouldn't be surprised if it was fairly similar, honestly, with Nicov, but anyway. So for this matchup, we are going to have on the left-hand side, Nicov with his civilization is going to be getting 10, 15, 20, and 25% cheaper villagers depending on the age. He gets also, with Indians, 1 and 2 extra pierce armor on stable units in the castle and imperial ages respectively, as well as for the team bonus, 4 bonus damage from camel rider units against buildings. The guy playing with Huns, on the other hand, he does not need to build houses, but he's going to start with 100 less wood. Besides that, we also get for Huns 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archers in the castle and imperial ages, as well as 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15%. And for the team bonus, we're gonna have also 20% faster working stables. So yeah, let's take a look at the map generation, starting with Mr. dogao. First off, we're gonna have the main gold up north. We are gonna have the secondary stone gold on the back. The other secondary gold is going to be on the right hand side, very far away, and we have the main stone down south with the secondary stone up to the northeast. He's very close to the corner of the map, which means he should be able to get some walls like this and secure so many resources, right? Something like this. He will be able to secure the main goal. He should be able to secure the secondary goal over here. Not so much for the stones though, but yeah, if he can, you know, try to go for walls like this, that's going to be ideal because he will also be able to secure the wood line over here and then the wood line in the corner, which nobody's really been doing a good job of scouting, but yeah. If we do not see this, which I think it's, you know, we're probably not going to see that at the very beginning. We're probably going to see walls like this, maybe. Which is not ideal, but it's going to work for the time being at the very beginning. And then he can potentially try to expand outwards elsewhere later on in the game. Taking a look at the map generation from the dogao, on the other hand, he's got the main goal in the back, which is pretty good already and so much better compared to Nicov. He's got the main stone on the left hand side, and then the secondary resources, we have the secondary gold up north, secondary gold down south over here to the left hand side, both of these, and the secondary stone on the right hand side. He's also fairly close to the corner of the map, but I think he's probably going to end up going for walls like this instead, just because it's a little bit easier for him to protect like this. He will be able to secure the gold anyway, he will be able to secure the berries anyway. And it's just the wood lines that he does not secure, but eventually he could potentially go for the walls like this, and then he will be able to secure this wall line, which will be amazing. But for the time being, I think this is going to be what we're going to see. If he even goes for walls, if players are hyper aggressive, we're probably not going to see general walls coming out. We're probably going to see individual walls around resources. There we go. We are on 17 population for both players. So, who's going to be going for what? Both players should be going for scouts. At the very least, that's what you're expecting. Maybe Huns are going to be able to go for men-at-arms archers into cavalry archers, right? But yeah, man, even then, you know, Indian cavalry archers are actually better than Han cavalry archers. They're just not quite as cheap. But then you have the discount and villager cost, which is going to mitigate that somewhat, so yeah. There we go. Yeah, Militia's coming forward. He's going to go for Drush Flush. Good job. I'm honestly really liking this version of Arabia. With the elephants and the rhinos and the extra food you get, the possibilities open so much in what you want, in what you can go, with so many civilizations. You know, certain civilizations wouldn't be going for certain strategies we have seen this tournament in any other versions of Arabia. Like, this would be very unorthodox for Huns. Like, they can go for it for sure. They can play and push for archery, right? They can push for cavalry archers, but before this was like a much more rare sight. Now, it seems really common. Like, it seems 1 out of 2 games Huns are going to be going for this. And not only Huns, but also other civilizations. That you should be expected to go for only, you know, cavalry. It's pretty interesting. Players are going up super fast. It's not going to be the fastest though for the Gal to speak of. He's going up on 22 population. While Nicov is already up on 19 population, he's going to go for the stable. There you go. Well, the Gal on the other hand, he's making the switch to gold right now, and Nicov knows. So he knows exactly what to expect. He knows that there's going to be archers for him. So after the stable comes up, he's going to try to play for the archer range so he can go for skirmishers. There you go, we are seeing the walls that we were expecting to see from the Gal. The easier ones to protect. And Nikov's just going for individual walls around the resources instead. Good job as well for Nicov realizing about this opening. I had no idea it was there actually. But he saw it and he realized it and he reacted to it accordingly. Good job. Let's see about this. Archer range is already on the way. Nicov will know about this. He's got already scouts for it. Yeah. And it took a fair amount of time for the Gal to get the archer range up because of how much later he went up. I have seen with Huns significantly faster fuel times, even with Minotaurs into archers. So this seems kind of weird for the Gal. He's also not completely walled himself in over here, which means that Nicov could potentially sneak in with these scouts. It could still be potentially dangerous. We'll see. Good job. Yeah. It's overall a pretty good position for Nicov still. He has gotten a little bit of extra idle TC time though, so the villager count will be a little higher for the Gal from time to time. About half the time it's going to be 1 extra villager, but besides that it's going to be all good for Nicov. He's taking the engagement right now. He should be able to clean these units up. I think he's got them trapped and all the militias are going down. The scout's going down right now and Nicov's not taking a single loss. 3-0 KD so far for the blue player. He's coming forward. I don't think he notices. Yeah, he doesn't notice about the archers. And he'll just try to come in and the guy, yeah, of course, he needed to wall himself. Good job. If he stayed open, he risked Nicov coming in, like what we saw Tato earlier today versus Leary. Walls coming in for Nicov. Yeah, and indeed he's going for the walls towards the edge of the map, the north edge of the map, as opposed to going to the south over here, which would be better for him to go to the south, but then he wouldn't be able to protect the walls quite as much. Watching on the way for the Gal. Nicov on the other hand, he's got almost no skirmishers. Let's see if he realizes about this on time though. The Gal might be able to get a villager down here. Well, good reaction from Nicov anyway. Yeah, I'm not really sure what he tried to do over there, but he's getting pushed away now. Yeah, he was trying to get the quick walls out, but he was not going to do anything against the archer, so he ends up losing the villager. Good job! The guy gets the first kill over there. First eco kill. Now skirmishers coming out, unfortunately a little bit too late. And Nicov needs to go and finish building the walls up on the left hand side, so he's sending the lumberjack. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Nicov should be able to finish this up, no problem. Let's see. Alright, wheelbarrows coming in right now for Nicov. The guy on the other hand, not quite as much. He does not have wheelbarrow on the way, but he's got a few extra resources. The higher villager count will probably allow him to go up a little bit faster regardless. We'll see though, because Nicov's actually on a very good economy. He's got more farmers, for instance, compared to the guy. Yeah. And he might be able to just go up at a comparable time. Good job. Good job. Nico should be able to clean this up as well. He should be able to wall himself up, and then he should be able to take the spearman down. So at most, the guy's going to be getting some extra intel over here. Anyway. Both players should be going up without really too much time passing between one and the other, so it's not going to be a huge difference in uptime. Second archer range is already coming up over here for Nicov. The guy doesn't know about it just yet. And damn! Leo Kelly! Holy crap though! Should I say Leo Cal? Thank you so much for the gift subs! Why am I not hearing the alerts, by the way? Oh, okay, there you go. Jeez, 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much for the support, man. Thank you so much for supporting the content, supporting my channel. It's very much appreciated. And welcome, you guys. Welcome. Shazam, Self Timo, as well as Lo Ilonobadi, Dose Tirador, and Pony Boy. Guys, welcome everyone to the sub club. Name change pending. And yeah, thank you so much, Leo K, once again for the support. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Et très bon. Suck so boring? Yeah. Name change pending, alright? It's going to change. It's going to change. I've been saying that since the last 6 months. But yeah, it cannot be the flush club anymore. I don't go to the bathroom quite as much. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the toilet emote. We're gonna see. I don't think a whole lot of the subs use a whole lot of the emotes, so we're probably just going to change them all. Thanks for reminding me, I haven't come up with the sewage related suggestion in a while. Oh god. Yeah, no sewage related stuff. No. You can do avocado farmers if you want, or I don't know, skeleton commander, whatever. No sewage. Good job. Spearman's going down. Did the guy manage to get information about the extra archer ranges though? Yeah, he knew about the second one. He didn't know about the third one coming out, but then Nico's just going to be going for full cavalry archers. That's very interesting, and it's probably going to be the same for the Gao, I assume. He's got only 2 archer ranges, and he's got 2 stables, so it's going to be crossbows and knights for the Gao instead. Let's see. There we are. Pretty good position for the Gao after he gets the upgrades. Now he's gonna try to take the engagement, but Nikov's going to bail. Overall, a pretty good position still, though. For the Gao, he's managed to hold on to his villager lead. Although Nicov, of course, he's got wheelbarrow. So it's going to end up paying off for Nicov. The longer the game goes, of course. Here we are. Yeah, this is overall still pretty good for the Gao. He's about to finish researching ballistics while Nicov does not have ballistics on the way. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even have the university up just yet. He's going for it. By the way, you gotta appreciate the university having a kill stat. How many units has the university killed over here? 0 for the time being, but stay tuned. We might see that change. There we go. University's already up. Yeah. You know, technically, you can also kill with houses. I remember there was a bug. I'm not really sure if this actually got fixed or not, but there was a bug by which you would be able to kill units with buildings in the past, and not fortifications, not towers, no castles, TCs, no, just, you know, houses, markets and stuff. But yeah, I thought it got fixed already. Anyway, Nicov's not going for cavalry archers at all. Ian's just going to make a switch to skirmishers over here. He's going for ballistics himself. The guys get significantly more military units though. It seems to me like Nicov doesn't really know quite what to go for. He's going for some crosses right now. Yeah, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of units, despite having an arguably stronger economy. Let's take a look at the gather economy so far. It's been better for the Gal actually. That's really interesting. Despite all the pressure from Nicov, it's been much better for the Gal. Yeah, just because the extra villages probably. Well, you know, wheelbarrow's going to pay off eventually. Let's take a look at this. A lot of knights over here from the Gal, plus crossbows. Probably one of the strongest army compositions you can go for in the Castle Age is, as you guys were saying the other day, he's playing a team game on his own, knights and crossbows. But yeah, there is a reason for it. It's super strong. Knights are going to be taking care of anything that, you know, archers cannot take care of, and archers are going to be taking care of the pikemen, you know, the monks. So it's going to be a tricky one for Nicov for sure. It seems like by the looks of it, it's going to be committed to archers himself. For Indians, these are not going to scale quite as nicely as cavalry archers would, for instance. But yeah, he's just going for it. Second TC on the way for Nicov, but the Gal already has a second TC up. Red player is looking a lot better this time around compared to before. And obviously chain bar and armor on the way as well for Siege Workshop. Meanwhile, Nikov's getting the third TC up north. Good amount of units coming over here though. I think he might be able to delay that TC or deny it altogether. Not quite, not quite. And Nikov's holding on over here. I think the Will player had to buy the stone, right? Yeah, he had to buy the stone to go for it because he went for a defensive tower earlier. Let's check this. There we go. Magnus coming out finally, and now the guy will start putting pressure up. Fairly surprised that Nicov has not considered making a switch to camels, given they do get extra pierce armor, and the mobility is going to be so much more valuable even against crossbows compared to cavalry archers. And with crosses over here, knights, camels would actually be able to clean all of this up. So yeah, kind of surprising. He's just going to be sticking to crosses over here, which I'm not really sure how I feel about. How about a defensive siege workshop? I don't think he's got one. So the Mangonel over here is going to be super strong still. I think he probably hadn't realized about the Mangonels until now. So that's probably why he didn't react for it. But now he should be going for a defensive siege workshop as soon as possible. And he's going for one. There we go. So he can defend against the Mangonels. And yeah, the Gal for the time being is just going to try to break through over here. While Nicov's just trying to go for extra houses over here and play defensive. Meanwhile, all the crossbows he's got are going to be sent forward. So 10 skirmishers. 18 crossbows we have already, +2 defense for these units, and we have already +2 attack. So we'll see if he can do any damage. Now the thing is, he's got to hold on over here against the Gal's push while he goes forward. And is he gonna be able to do much of anything? I don't think so, man. The Gal's got 3 TCs as well. Though the walls are not quite as strong for the Gal over here, Nico's gonna be able to break through in no time. The TCs over here should provide enough protection, and yeah, with triple stable, you know, it's not going to take too long for the Gal to get to a decent amount of knights and potentially clean these units up. We'll see. Nico's just diving in, though. He's coming in. It's gonna be taking on the knights regardless. The heal advantage is working really nicely for the red player to take as little damage as possible with these knights. And now we are gonna see a few extra units coming now. So Nicov, yeah, is still getting a very decent trade, but he's gotta be careful. We have 3 knights and we're gonna see more knights coming out by the minute. Meanwhile, the guy over here is going to end up losing a Mangonel. He realized about it after the fact. Yeah, and good shot for Nicov. Well played. Over here, though, all the knights from the Gal went back to defend against Nicov, and they should be able to clean the units up. That's pretty good. That's going to lead the Gal in a very good amount of army still, while Nicov's not going to be quite as high. He does have 3-4 extra villages right now compared to the Gal, but I'm not really sure that's going to compensate for all the losses he's been taking over here. I don't think he was able to do with these archers enough damage to compensate losing them. Or, you know, to make it worth it. Let me go and take a look at the total resources collected so far. For the economy, we have about 1,400 extra resources for the guy. Still, despite Nicov catching up. Just because of all the pressure from the guy over here around the wood line and whatnot. Very good mango shot over there, and the guy's going to realize about this a little bit too late, and he doesn't even realize this is all the crossbows. He's paying attention up north though, because there is a huge raid coming in here from the guy. In Nicov, he's got finally camels coming out. I think he's got only 2 stables though, so that's going to take some time. He's got 3 stables actually, so he might be able to hold on over here, but that's a lot of knights, man. Yeah, fantastic head start the military production over here for the guy that he's been able to take advantage of. He's capitalized on, and yeah, it's still a scary amount of knights. We need the crosses though from the guy still, and unfortunately he doesn't have any left anymore. He's gonna make a switch to cavalry archers right now. So yeah, on paper once again, I feel like camels for Nicov are going to be good enough against both these units as long as he does not let the guy mass too many cavalry archers. Once we get past 14 cavalry archers, that's going to be enough for him to 2-shot camels. And once we get to 27 cavalry archers, that's going to be enough for him to 1-shot camels. With the knights only task being surviving in front for the cavalry archers to do work from the back, then this army composition from the guy can still be super deadly. It's all going to be in the numbers, and Nicov can't hold on over here. Then he should be fine, but the thing is, this pressure from the guy is fantastic. Guys, military count significantly higher for the red player, villager count significantly higher for the red player. We see that the guy is breaking through over here with the knights, or he's just coming straight through. He's gonna be coming in with more knights as well on the cavalry archer, so he'll start raiding the crap out of Nicov. And Nicov's got 8 military units and won't be able to go for much of anything. 134 to 91 population for the guy. Nicov, this gotta be going in favor of the guy, guys, so that's going to put us in a 2-to-1 position. Favor of Nicov still, but it's going to guarantee, at the very least, a 4-game long series, which I'm a lot more excited about, as opposed to a clean sweep. This is what I was expecting from the guy going into the set. Yeah, this gotta be game. Nicov's not calling it just yet, but this gotta be game. If Nicov does not call it, and he manages to stabilize somewhat, the guy's gonna be very soon on his way to the Imperial Age. It's gonna be on a much larger amount of cavalry archers in a few minutes, and Nicov's barely just gonna be able to survive with no military production of his own, you know, no defenses against what's come. So yeah, good job. There we go. We see Thamrin coming in for the gal. And the GG's being called by Nicov. The writing was on the wall. Nicov's going to end up losing game number 3. We're going to take a look at the achievements real quick. It's going to be a better than 3 to 2 KD ratio for the gal. We have for the economy, well, a stronger economy for the gal with about 6,000 extra resources. Technology, on the other hand, well, it's significantly higher for the guy as well, significantly faster uptime to the castle age. Probably just 21 seconds is not too much, but he was already going up in a better spot. Well played. Yeah, let's go back. Let's take a look at the civilizations then. That's Indians. Yeah, going down for Nicov against Huns. This is probably not what you guys were expecting. It's certainly not what I was expecting. And I'm very curious to see what we're going to get in game number 4. We still have Ethiopians for Nicov, super strong. We have Tatars, man. We have Burgundians. Nikov's got to win 1 out of 2 remaining games. The guy's got Aztecs, he's got Sicilians, and he's got Vietnamese. So I'm expected to see in game number 3 Aztecs for the guy or Sicilians. I don't think we're going to see Vietnamese. And Nicov, I think he should be going either for Ethiopians or Burgundians. I feel like it's too risky to go for Tatars when your opponent's got Aztecs. So yeah, I think Ethiopians or Burgundians versus either Aztecs or Sicilians. I think probably versus Aztecs, to be honest. We'll see. Let me check to make sure that we are not missing out. Very unlikely. Very unlikely. I think the game might be on, but we're still gonna have to wait through some spec delay. There we go. I think Indians aren't that amazing versus Huns because they need a huge mass of camels versus the cavalry archers. Much easier to take fights from a knight civ with better pierce armor. Takes too long to mass. Yeah. Well, the cavalry archers also need a good mass of units for sure. But yeah, we'll see. Let me check the predictions. And game number 4, by the way, is here already. And yeah, everybody voting for Nicov actually, and you know, nobody voting for dogao whatsoever, so we're just gonna have to return the points, which is unfortunate because somebody could have gotten very rich very quick. Let's see. Who wins G3? I mean, dogao won it, but points should be going back, right? Let me start predictions for game number 4. We're gonna make this 5 minutes because we still have some spec delay to go through. And I can tell you the civilizations, by the way. Nicov's actually going for Tatars. And he's gonna be fighting against Sicilians, which is pretty interesting. I don't think I have seen this matchup before. Have I? Yeah. Still 35 seconds to get into the game. By the way, guys, this is going to be the final series of the day. So afterwards, we are not going to have any extra series. But tomorrow we'll get ACCM versus Ito. We'll get Winchester versus Casva, as well as Hera versus Jordan, and the Viper versus MBL. When matches are going to be Hera versus Jordan and the Viper versus MBL, those matches are going to be ACCM versus Ito and Winchester versus Casva. Let's jump into it, shall we? Yes, we shall. There we go. Welcome you guys then to game number 4. What do we get from Mr. Nicov over here? We get Tatars. That means he's going to be getting free Thumbering, free Parthian Tactics. On top of that, he also gets 50% extra food from herdables, as well as 2 additional sheep underneath each new ability C starting in the castle H onwards. And on top of that, we're going to have for Tatars 25% additional bonus damage when fighting against enemy units from a higher elevation. The guy, on the other hand, with Sicilians gets, first off, 100 extra stone upon starting the game. He's going to get access to dungeons as opposed to towers. And then we also get, for Tatars, 50% less bonus damage on land units. Right? They take 50%, they absorb 50% of the bonus damage from land units except for siege weapons. And we also get, for Sicilians, let's see, 100% faster building TCs and castles, as well as 100% extra food from farm upgrades, as opposed to your standard amount. For the team bonus, on the other hand, Sicilians also get a... This is actually not going to be relevant on this map, which is a discount and extra line of sight on transport ships. Let's go and take a look at the map generation then, starting with Nicov. And by the way, Nikov's team bonus, which I'm not really sure if I discussed already, is going to be 2 extra line of sight on cavalry archer units. Main goal forward for Nicov. We have the secondary goal up north. Secondary goal over here on the left-hand side. Main stone on the back. Secondary stone on the right-hand side. He's very close to the corner of the map, so he should be able to wall himself fairly safely, going for something like this, right? Something like this. Shouldn't be too expensive. But it's probably not what we're going to see at the very beginning. It's kind of awkward though, because the way that he's gone for the lumber camp over here, it seems to me like he's just gonna try to wall the resources individually. But he will also be able to protect these walls if he went for it right away. So yeah, if he went for something like this, right? Like from here to here and here to here, he should be able to protect that. And then he can go for the walls from here to here as well if he does not want to be too greedy, and he would still be able to secure a gold. and he would still be able to secure a wood line over here if he spots this one. We'll see. Let's go and take a look at the map generation for the Gal on the other hand. We're gonna get for the red player the mingle on the back, while the secondary goals we have on the left hand side. One up north, the other one down south. And the main students on the left hand side, while the secondary students on the right hand side. He's kind of close to the corner of the map as well. But yeah, it's not going to be quite as easy for him to wall himself up. I think we're... man, it's kind of tricky because he's probably gonna have to go for something like this, I think. It's just the right hand side, it's kind of awkward to wall. He would have to go for something like this, maybe. Just so he can protect the goal over there, and he will be able to protect the berries and one of the wood lines. But yeah, it's really awkward. If he really wants to wall himself up completely, he will have to go for walls and connect all the dots over here, right? But that'll be super pricey and super time consuming for villagers. So I'm expecting something like this instead, so he can protect these resources at the very least. Loon coming up. Since then Nicov's going up on 19 population. Let's see the guy's going to realize where Nicov is. Yes. Nicov on the other hand is... yeah, he's going to realize where the guy is. Good job. Yeah. This could be pretty good for the guy. We'll go up on a slightly higher villager count though. It's gonna go up on 20 population. Yeah. It's gonna house right now, so it needs to go for a house, but it's fine. So what is the plan? What is the guy going to go for? He's not making a switch to gold. No, he's sending extra villagers over to wood, right? So yeah, it's just going to be for scouts. Meanwhile, Nicov on the other hand, Nikov's got no barracks coming up at all, so it seems like both players are going to be going for scouts. No, he's going for gold, so it's going to be a barracks coming in very soon from Nicov, right next to the house probably, and then we'll see an archer range coming up, and it's going to be straight archers for him. So straight archers versus straight scouts. Let's need a game with flaming camels? Dude, we need a game with flaming camels, like... not even a tournament match. I don't think I have seen flaming camels being used even in ranked games from all the games that I've been casting in the last... I don't even know, man. Probably since the civilization was released. It's kind of a shame, though. It's a pretty interesting unit. There we go. VLH is here for Nicov. He's got the barracks already up and he's going for the archer range. Meanwhile, dogao, he's got the barracks. He's 5 seconds away from the VLH. He'll be able to go for the stable very soon as well. And it seems like he's just going to be walling around the gold, as expected from earlier. Oh, and he could try to get the cheeky lame over there. He was not going to be able to. That would have been extremely lucky. I'm not really sure if it's possible. Can you one-shot a... like barrack foundation? I think with a single hammer it already goes down like super fast, doesn't it? I think I was probably just trying to stand in the way. There we go. Yeah. The guy's going back. Yeah, he's going for the walls. This is kind of sad, but it's the safest thing he can go for. So yeah, we're just going to see him go for the walls we suggested. Nicov on the other hand, Nicov is not going for general walls. Yeah, he's just going for individual walls. That seemed like it was going to be the case because of the way that he sent the lumberjacks over here on the left hand side. I really do not understand why we keep on seeing this. Why do you have to connect the wall to the wood? It makes no sense. Just go for the wall to the edge of the map so you can actually protect your lumberjacks against potential archers, as opposed to just connecting this for no reason. Like if we see the Gal, or actually we see Nicov coming over here with some archers, he would still be able to push the villages away. So Yeah, I'm really puzzled about that. It's not even more expensive. Well, it's probably just like 6 wood more expensive. And there we go. We see the archers coming in from Nicov. Meanwhile, the guy's got the scouts coming forward. Ah, but he cannot do anything. Nicov's already completely walled himself up. Yeah, there we go. Archer range already off for the guy. We're gonna see some skirmishers coming out, but Nicov cannot do too much damage with these archers. He cannot come in, but he can still go around and push these villagers away from wood. He just doesn't know about that woodland just yet. At the very least, I don't think so. Yeah, he knows. He's just not going for it. I think he just assumed that the guy was going to wall to the edge of the map. Good catch from the guy. Yeah, now he doesn't know where the units are. Yeah, he's trying to find them. He knows about these. Yeah, he's not going to find them. And Nicov ends up grouping his units up, and now he's got a small hill over here to work with, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that was fantastic from Nicov. Well played. Fletching's here for the Gal. Pretty good. We already have fletching for Nicov. Amazing stuff. He's got the stable up, so he's going for scouts to fight against skirmishers as well. And overall, the army composition should be significantly better for Nicov. It's going to be a little bit pricier, though, or at the very least, it's going to be using every resource, food, wood, and gold. While the guy, on the other hand, is going to be able to amass enough gold to go up just by going for skirmishers and scouts over here because he doesn't use the gold. But yeah, Nicov should have a much stronger army to work with. So this could potentially result in a much stronger engagement for Nicov. Good job, 1 for 1. Yeah, good job. He can take the scouts down for sure. It's just the skirmishers he worries about, so he brings another scout forward. Well played. Really nice from Nicov as well. Pulling the weak archer away. Oh, he's using it as bait. It didn't work though. Like, the guy was not targeting it, but if he did, then Nicov probably would have been able to get some extra free damage onto these skirmishers. That was pretty good still. Well played. Alright, he's going back. Yeah, but Nicov's already in a pretty good spot. Guys, if anybody over here rooted for the Gal, I'm pretty sure you're going to be biting your nails right now because Nicov's numbers over here are looking pretty good. Enough scouts to hold on against skirmishers, no problems. Got a good amount of archers, enough to take villagers down for sure. Just needs to break through. Is it still closed though? I think it's actually open, isn't it? I'm not really sure. No, it's not open. It's the elevation. Anyway, Castle Edge should be on the way very soon for both players. The Gal's gonna be the first one to click up, but Nicov's not going to be lagging too far behind. It's probably just gonna be clicking up 15 seconds later. Not even that, he used the market and now both players are going up at about the same time. As a matter of fact, we have a 1.5 second lead for the Gal, which is basically insignificant. The guy put himself on the skirm side like already 2-3 times this series. Yeah. Oh man, no! Scouts! Getting some good hits over there on the skirmishers. Man, good thing that these scouts are not knights, otherwise he probably would have ended up losing a few skirmishers over there. But yeah, it's already the back foot for the guy. Might have the score lead over here, but you know, certainly Nicov's in the driver's seat right now. By going up only 1.5 seconds faster to the Castle Age compared to Nicov, the guy doesn't really get much of a lead for himself. Was his scale, barred and armor on the way for Nicov as well. So let's check. It's going back. There we go. Once we get to the castle age, if Nicov can hold on to the hill over here and he gets Crossman and Botkin arrow, he should be able to fight against the skirmishers, no problem. Yeah, he just needs to hold on to the hill. He's got to be careful. Meanwhile, dogao, well, dogao is going to get a stable up over here. That's going to be the second stable for him, so we're going to see probably some knights coming out. Yeah, he's going for knights. And he was just going for Crossman upgrade and the Botkin arrow upgrade, so he's going to try to break through over here. Yeah, he's going for more archers. So it's got only 2 archer ranges to work with, though. Good job. There we are. Yeah. It's still a pretty good position for Nicov. The moment we get the knights out, though, that's going to change for sure. So what is he going himself for that's going to protect him against the knights? He doesn't really have enough crosses over here to fight against knights. At the very least, not against a good amount of knights, probably 5 or 6. Against 2, yeah, it's probably going to be fine. 2 or 3. Especially as the guy's got the only scale bar than armor coming in. He does not have chain bar than armor on the way just yet. So yeah, Nicov's probably going to be fine, but he's getting pushed back still. He needs something else of his own. He's got knights coming out. Ballistics coming in for Nicov though. Okay, the guy's got it already. I think that's the reason why Nicov was probably bailing. Yeah, now he's gonna try and cap the hill again. You gotta love Nicov, man. With a very small amount of melee units over here, still going to have enough of meat shield for these crossbows to work out of. So the hill over there is still very much deadly, and now with ballistics, yeah, he can take the villages at a distance. That's gonna be 2 villages going down from the gal. 2 villager lead already for Nicov. Let's see Willbauer coming out, so the gal's gonna start falling behind the village count even further. It's got only 13 farmers, so I don't think that's going to pay off anytime soon. Second TC on the way for the gal though. Yeah, Nicov, it's just fine. No extra TCs, just gonna be chilling, 1 TC full pressure. Making the switch to cavalry archers though, interestingly enough. This can be super strong. With free thumb ring already, these are so strong. But he needs the numbers still because of, you know, the attack delay, the high cost, and he needs the numbers. If he does get to a good amount of cavalry archers, then he should be able to hold on against knights, no problem. It's just going to be the skirmishers the issue for him. So then he's going to need to go for either a few extra knights or just try to hold on to these or go for a forward siege workshop. But let's see. Here come the knights. Sneaking in. 2 villages going down from the gal so far. Knights are going to be breaking through over here to connect the inside and the outside of the gal's base. Yeah, and he's going after the skirmishers. Well played. 30C's coming in for the gal over here, but then on the left hand side we saw a raid attempt from the gal. Unfortunately did not really do much of anything for him. Because taking a lot of losses over here though, but he is going to keep on taking more villages down. Now he's able to get a 9 villager lead against the gal, who's been going for 3 TCs and cannot take advantage of it just yet. Nicov's pressure around the map has been just fantastic. Yeah, 9 extra villagers for Nicov. He's collected only 7. So then the rest are going to be because of wheelbarrow. And a little bit of idle TC time as well. Yeah, good micro for Nicov. Good unit control, but the guy's still going to end up taking a good chunk of these crossbows, so now Nicov cannot do too much of anything. He's sending more units forward though, and now we're going to see a good ball of cavalry archers come in. That is the one army to worry about if you're on the gal's position, because you're never going to be able to catch these guys up with skirmishers, right? So, oh, Nicov realizes about this, going to try to break through. Doesn't even need to target the house. We have a very weak palisade over here, only 14 HP, so it's going to go in. Gotta be careful. Instead of losing a cavalry archer for free over there. But does it really matter? Not really. He should be able to still get a few villages down regardless. That's going to be 2 additional villages going down. Nicov, slowly but surely, has been poking life out of the Gal space. Red player just cannot stop bleeding economy. We have 10 extra villagers already for Nicov. 10 extra villagers against a player on 3 TCs, while Nicov only now added the second TC. He didn't even start taking the sheep. What a great position for Nicov over here. A lot more military as well, 21 to 16. We're gonna see also the siege workshop coming up. Yeah, you know what? Nicov can actually fight these knights with the villagers. Yeah. In the end, he takes it with, he takes them with the cavalry archers, but he actually could have fought with the villagers. They were so weak. Unfortunately, he didn't realize, but yeah, still, I mean, 4 additional villages going down. Like, it seems every time we take a look at someplace else and then we go back, the guy's losing more and more economy. Still 10 extra villages for Nicov. Despite the guy working with all 3 TCs, man, like he's tried to get ahead, he's tried to catch up and get ahead. But Nicov's just doing so well. The siege workshop should come up eventually. There we go. He's sending the villager forward once again, and more cavalry archers on the way. Now Nicov's starting to dwindle in terms of military count for sure. But still being ahead in villager count and also going for the 3rd and the 4th TC will allow Nicov to stay ahead for sure. Well, the guy, what is he going to do? Well, he's got 3 TCs, but he's got only 1 stone miner, so it's very unlikely we're going to see extra TCs or potentially enough stone to go for a castle and get First Crusade. He's just gonna keep on trying to catch up, and unfortunately that's going to put him in a very uncomfortable position, because Nicov, not only does he already have extra villagers, but the extra economy he's managed to collect so far, which he's been able to hold on to for the most part, as he's not taking too many villager losses, is going to be enough for him to produce more military units compared to the Gal if both players set their minds to military production at any point in time. So yeah, at best, the Gal is going to be able to, you know, neglect villager count, go for full military production, and then by the time he starts pushing against Nicov, Nicov stops villager production and focuses on military production, his economy is going to be so much stronger, he should be able to mass units up no problem, defend himself, and then potentially, you know, overrun the Gal. So yeah, man, it's kind of awkward. Let's see if Nicov can take the shot over here. No. Okay, I'm gonna just go into out garrison left hand side. There we go. Bloodlines coming in for Nicov. Oh man, I haven't noticed that he didn't have that. This is a little bit too late for going for cavalry archers. That represents a 40% boost in HP for cavalry archers. Extra archer range coming in. Nicov's taking advantage of the sheep, right? Yeah, he's collecting the sheep already. Good job. Yeah, pretty good. 16 extra villages right now. Fairly comparable army value, despite army count being a little bit higher for the Gal. Let's see about this. There we go. Yeah, these knights are going down. They are just not high HP enough. Magnus are going to stay up for the time being by the looks of it. And we are getting to the magic numbers, guys. 21 knights over here. 21 cavalry archers over here, sorry. Yeah, very, very good snipes from the Magnus over there, though, with the knights. But yeah, we are getting to magic numbers. Remember, 15 cavalry archers will be enough to 2-shot knights. Yeah, but those Magnus losses were super deadly. He needs to go for more Magnus right now. It's going to take some time. The skirmishers are going to be enough for him to hold on against the cavalry archers for the time being, but yeah, once again, remember that also we have for Nicov extra mobility, so you can keep on roaming around and try to find vulnerable areas around the Gal space. There's a castle coming up over here, though. Oh, but the Gal knows. Cavalry archers are over here for Nicov. Yeah, the castle's coming up, though. job. Welcome back, Bailo. Nice to hear you did well. Meanwhile, we'll see another castle coming up over here on the left-hand side from Nicov. A lot of cavalry archers. What I'm really afraid of for Nikov's position over here is that he doesn't really seem to be controlling his army quite well. He's lost mangonels for free. He's sending cavalry archers to the right-hand side, completely unprotected. The mangonel is going to be completely unprotected over here. Now he's bringing the units back, trying to chase a small amount of units from the dogao. This is what the dogao wants to do. He wants to disrupt the Nikov's push, rather, right? So he sends a few units over here, try to go for the counter-strike, and all of a sudden Nikov's like much higher amount of military units are going to be chasing 4 knights, 5 knights. This shouldn't be the case. Mangonel over here is going down for sure, and yeah, Nicov tried to get some attack rounds on the knights, but wasn't able to. And yeah. Now we see a counter raid over here with even skirmishers from the dogao, as Nicov struggles to keep his army together and go forward and find more damage. It's worked really well for him so far, and yes, he's been able to get a 31 villager lead. But this is the kind of play that's going to allow the dogao to come back. So Nikov's gotta put it together once again, group his army up, reset, get a few extra mangonels, and then go forward and keep on pushing. Yeah. He can try to clean the units up for sure, but it's much better if he could try to get some castles up as opposed to just relying on his army to defend himself. So yeah, if you could get a castle on the left-hand side, somewhere around here, probably delete the house here and try to get, you know, the castle up here instead. That'd be so much better. There we go, Imperial H on the way for Nicov. This is good. This is what you want to see if you're in Nikov's position. We see some Keshiks coming out right now even. Which are fine, are going to be okay against skirms, of course. Let's check this. Yeah, you should be okay. Good job. Yeah, it's overall pretty good. For Nicov still. The dogao doesn't seem like he'll be able to go up to the Imperial H anytime soon. If Nicov gets to the Imperial H and the dogao calls it GG, I wouldn't be surprised. However, because this is the dogao's last opportunity in the tournament, I would understand if he wanted to keep on trying, because honestly, losing here means he's not going to get to the top 8 as he wanted to. If he said anything lower than that, it's going to be fairly disappointing, and yeah, it's unfortunate. Forward castle coming in for Nicov. In 21 seconds for the moment of truth. Will the dogao keep on going though? Nicov's just in a commanding position. Plenty of military production as well, with a lot of cavalry archers coming out by the minute. Meanwhile, the dogao's gonna be going for a lot of knights and skirmishes. And there we go, Imperial H is here for Nicov, and the dogao! The guy's going for it! He's going for the trade! The Keshiks, though, coming in from Nicov over here are going to be so good against the knights, and the castle coming out from Nicov, from the dogao, though, sorry, is going to work against the Keshiks. Not fast enough by the looks of it, and these skirmishers are actually taking a lot of damage. So the dogao gets cleaned up for melee units over here. This castle should be coming out for Nicov. Yeah, and that was a very good reaction from the dogao, but he needs to get these cavalry archers down. The longer the game goes, the better it's going to be for Nicov here, as he's getting chemistry. He's got already Bracer, that's going to be already +3. With chemistry, it's going to be +4. Conscription coming out for production as well, which is so good. The player manages to click out to the Imperial H himself as well. He had to abuse the market a little bit, but he's going to be on his way. Meanwhile, Nicov keeps on roaming around. As he's up significantly faster, he should be able to go for trebuchets. For whatever reason, he's not going for it, although he does have the resources. If he can go for trebuchets, then he can take this castle down. Without this castle, then the dogao's front is open. He would have to go after this castle next to make sure that the dogao does not have too many, too many fortifications. But yeah, it's still a pretty good position for Nicov. Now he's going for trebuchets. 2 trebuchets as well, 1 per castle here and here. Good job. There you go. Yeah, he was waiting for conscription by the looks of it, so now he can take the hill advantage as well, and he's gonna be taking this castle down super fast. Overall, fantastic position though from Nicov still. Even against these skirmishes, should be able to fight against with the cavalry archers alone because of numbers. And that's just been because of his stronger economy. So yeah, the guy went for what he could go for. Like honestly, he didn't really have too many choices over here in terms of civs. I think Aztecs, personally, I would have liked it better against Tatars, but he didn't know that Nicov was going to go for Tatars. So yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate for the guy in any case, and well, Nicov had some margin, of course, after coming in hot after the first 2 games, getting a lead in the series already. It was actually dogao against the ropes, who needs to make everything work, and Nicov, he's got a little bit of leeway, you know, in that regard. Castle goes down regardless, by the way. Dogao gets to the Imperial Age, but the castle goes down regardless with the last shot from the trebuchet. Brace on the way, a lot of skirmishers coming up. Healthy amount of villagers for the guy still, 114, 15 right now, while Nicov on the other hand keeps on roaming around with more cavalry archers. I'd be able to get a few more down over here, but the guy shouldn't have too much of a problem replenishing those units. There we go. Trish is moving in right now from Nicov as well. He's got 2, so he's gonna be targeting this castle next. The guy's not been going for trips at all. He's got only 1 castle and he's prioritized conscription instead, which is understandable. Now that means he's probably going to end up losing this castle and he's not going to have too many fortifications instead. Conscription he's using for skirmisher production, and it's not going to be enough. He calls it GG, guys. The Gal calls it GG, and Nicov ends up moving on to the Decider series to fight against, you know, I'm not really sure who yet. We're going to be taking a look at the brackets in a moment, but yeah, the guy gets knocked out of the tournament like this. And Nicov, incredible performance in game number 4, for sure. Unfortunately, the guy was on the back foot playing defensive all the time. I was about to say that with conscription, he was just going to go for more skirmishers, so it was going to keep on playing defensive. For military, then we have a better than 3 to 2 KD ratio for Nicov, an army high of 44 to 32. And for economy, on the other hand, it's a significantly stronger economy for Nicov with about 5,000 extra resources or close to it. We get also a much faster fuel and cast and Imperial Age times for Nicov, actually a little bit faster for the guy, just barely though, 2 extra seconds. And 149 to 119 villagers max. Nicov ended up losing throughout the game 22 villagers compared to 44 villagers.